Dramatic new development in the mysterious case of a Christmas Eve double murder in San Diego. It now may be a triple murder. Police have found another body, all the victims in their early 20s. Lindsay Davis right here with all the details. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, George. It all began with that double shooting Christmas Eve morning, but now a third body has been found in another location in another car, a car belonging to the older brother of the deceased male, who also happens to be the fiancé of the deceased female.
Female that yelled she was shot, and no further.
This morning, this newly released emergency dispatch audio may shed light on a double murder mystery, one that left two young people dead, another missing, and San Diego police baffled.
We're going to have two victims on a 245 shooting.
24-year-old Gianni Belvedere, his fiancée, 22-year-old Ilona Flint, and his little brother, 22-year-old Salvatore Belvedere, had all been at the San Diego Mall December 23rd. Early Christmas Eve morning, a grisly discovery. Ilona and Salvatore found shot in their car. Both would die from their wounds.
Witnesses here saw a male walking from the back of the victim's vehicle and get into the car and drive away.
While the newly released audio does reveal someone was there, investigators say they have no suspects and no known motive, only saying it was not a robbery. Gianni Belvedere hasn't been seen since.
We need him to come home. We love you and miss you very much.
Police released this missing persons bulletin, hoping that if they ever find Belvedere, he can shed some light on what happened. He's never been named a suspect in the case. But now, 24 days after the killings, another new twist. Gianni's green Camry was just found this weekend, about 100 miles away from San Diego.
I usually park in that same spot. The odor is pretty strong, like when I pass by it.
In the trunk, a man's body. Police have yet to identify it.
We reached out to both of the victims' families. Salvatore Belvedere's family wants everyone to know he was an organ donor and his organs saved 3 lives. The coroner's office tells ABC News the body discovered on Friday won't be identified until the autopsy on Tuesday. But that's going to be so key to determine if, in fact, this was a double murder and then suicide or, in fact, a triple murder.
Okay, Lindsay, thanks very much. Let's get more on this now from our ABC News consultant and former FBI Special Agent Brad Garrett. Brad, so many mysteries right here, but there had been a concern, we don't have the final identification yet, but if this was indeed the older brother, that is huge because he had been missing for so long and no one knew how or whether he was involved.
Well, that's right, and apparently his body was quite decomposed. So did he witness the shooting? Was he abducted after the shooting? I tell you, George, this is an intentional murder. Whoever went there went to kill all 3 of them, and for whatever reason, Gianni was not with them. Does this go back to drugs? It's hard to fathom where this goes, but they were killed because of some revenge or some payoff or some version of that.
Well, yeah, and if you were profiling this case, what would you be looking for? What kind of initial sketch would you have?
Well, you're going to really have to go into the background of all 3 of them, George. In other words, is there some sort of connection? Does it go back to Utah? Is it just in Southern California? But somebody wanted them dead, and you typically, with these types of shootings, it really goes back to some sort of revenge. You owe me money, you owe me drugs, etc.
And as you said, though, the body decomposed. It's been almost a month, no firm leads that we know of. So what's the next step in trying to crack this case?
Well, the real key is, what is the connection between the 3 of them? And cell phones, emails, there's something in their background that led to this to occur. And I'm going to guess it is out there. The real key, I think, in Riverside is, how did he die? There's some, conversation about suicide. I'm going to guess that's not the case. Was he tortured? All of those things are extremely important in figuring out the motivations of the bad guys.
We will be watching this one closely. Brad Garrett, thanks very much.